Thank you so much for attending the interview today. I know that you're a really busy person, and I appreciate you giving up just some of your valuable time. Perhaps you could kick things off by telling us a little bit about your background and what you were doing prior to becoming an Easy Business partner.
Yeah, before becoming an Easy Business partner, my career was actually quite diverse. Right after high school, I embarked on a part-time job with a corporate branding company. And then during my time there, I've picked up some valuable skills in graphic design, silk screening, and then pad printing, which was a fantastic introduction to the creative side of the business. And then following my stint with the branding company, I took a major turn in my career path and I joined a prominent airline. Initially, I worked on the technical side with specific focus into avionics. However, life threw a pleasant surprise my way and I started a family. Then this led me to transition from frontline work into office job, where I worked with the SMS team, or as we call it, the safety management team. And this was rewarding. It's a great experience to contribute to the airline safety and compliance efforts. And then, unfortunately, as time went on, the company started facing challenges. And with the onset of COVID-19, this only exacerbated their troubles. And it was indeed a difficult decision, but I ultimately chose to seek new opportunities. And in hindsight, I can say with confidence that this move was instrumental both in my career and, career development and personal growth.
Sounds like you had a really interesting journey. And actually, you had the opportunity to work on lots of different things. I mean, it must have been fascinating going from screen printing to learning about aviation. It also sounds like that journey was very much about working for others and supporting people. Did you have any business experience at all? Had you run your own business before starting this?
No, I had very little business experience when I decided to join Easy Business.
Okay, it sounds like you've had this really interesting journey, and also making that decision to become self employed, to work for yourself, it is a big decision. There are lots of different types of businesses that you could have started, right? So, why did you decide to join the Easy Business Network specifically?
Um, I decided to join Easy Business Network actually primarily due to the new unique business opportunities that they presented. With my previous experience was largely confined to sort of the airline industry. I needed to seek a new path, and obviously that didn't rely on my existing qualifications or experience. And this is where Easy Business had a business in the box concept, and it was particularly appealing to me. It offered a comprehensive service that allowed individuals to start a business from scratch without any specific qualifications or even prior experience. Um, Another significant attraction to me was the flexibility it offered. By just paying a license fee, I would then gain the freedom to run my own business. And then I still had the support and the backing of Easy Business along with their network. And with this combination of independence and support, it was one of the compelling reasons for me to become part of the Easy Business network.
That's awesome. So, it sounds like it was a combination of choosing a business that gave you the flexibility you needed, and that was really important to you, and also knowing that you were buying a package that included everything. So everything was pre-built for you. I wanted to explore that second point in just a little bit of detail. So, how did Easy Business help you launch and then grow your business back at the very start?
Um, Easy Business played a pivotal role in the launch and growth of my business, actually right from the beginning. They provided me with invaluable resources and support. I also had access to essential office documents, which streamlined my administrative processes, which obviously saved me valuable time to get started. And then with their technical support in designing and the other technical aspects that they offered, this was also a game changer for me, as it allowed me to offer high quality service to my customers without needing any extensive prior knowledge in any of these areas. And also, this technical assistance was instrumental in establishing my credibility and delivering a top-notch business result. And then, furthermore, Easy Business equipped me with a comprehensive set of sales and marketing documents. They gave me pamphlets, promotional material, and these resources were incredibly helpful in reaching potential customers and also showcasing the value of my service. So I essentially got a whole package of tools and support, which enabled me to handle everything for my business, from the administration, technical, and marketing.
Awesome. That's really good to get that overview. Could you give me a specific example recently where Easy Business has supported you in some way? Something that stands out over the last few months?
The technical side of sometimes the coding, I rely on the technical team a lot. I just send them an email. There is the opportunity to call. I'm never that desperate to give them a call. So I normally end up emailing. You can screenshot your where you're having difficulties, and the answers are quick to respond, and I get my problems sorted out with videos very, very easily to deal with. So a lot of the technical support is I rely on. When I get stuck, then just have to send a quick line or two, and I'm sorted then.
Awesome. And could you tell me a little bit about some of the customers or businesses you've worked with recently?
Recently, I had the opportunity to work with actually two notable customers, both of whom brought unique challenges and existing projects to the table. The first customer's project involved a website upgrade, and this was also coupled with a comprehensive SEO overhaul. This project was particularly intriguing because the client was a professional in his own field and had a very outdated website that was not also optimized for mobile devices. Um, the scope of work included not only revamping his website, but also implementing this robust SEO strategy. And the results was a website that not only looked modern and appealing, but also highly optimized for search engines.
Okay.
Hosting the site with Easy Business further enhanced its performance, making it lightning fast and mobile friendly. The second customer's project was equally exciting as it was a new website. So we had to build it from the ground up. This creating a new brand and online presence for this client also allowed us to start with a clean slate and precisely met their needs, and of course building in SEO optimization from the beginning of the development. Made the website friendly, mobile, it worked great. So both these projects were rewarding, and they showcased the ability to sort of work with the diverse needs of clients, from an outdated website also then to building something from scratch.
And what did these businesses do? What sort of products or services did they offer?
One is in the medical field. So it was building for sort of all the aspects that he deals with in the medical industry. And the other one was it's actually like a children's activity books. So to help children with fine motor skills and developing reading and gripping. So it was completely two different fields, sort of very professional, and one was obviously needed to be a little more creative, children in mind.
So I know that the market for children's activity books and children's books in general is huge, especially because it's now so easy to sell these products online. What impact commercially did having a new website that was SEO friendly have for your customer? Have they seen any sort of changes in terms of sales or visitors to the site?
And actually, it's had a significant impact. One of the main things is actually providing a trustworthy front for people who need to gain insight into the business. So with the digital age, people are doing a lot of research on the internet and they like to engage with the business before they actually purchase something. So this actually gave a wonderful trustworthy front where the client was able to publish everything they'd done. And for another importance for her was her global reach, as now it's worldwide for her. So she's been able to advertise her books for any market where she wants. And then the e-commerce opportunities on the website was also great because she could use the platform obviously to sell directly. And we use the platform for people to also learn to build them themselves if they want. So there's private access for her clients through the website.
Excellent. Sounds like a really interesting customer to work with. Certainly, it's a service that resonates with me as I've got two fairly young children. Do you feel like you might end up working with similar businesses in the future? And then, would you consider working with more businesses in the same industry, or are you curious to branch out into other sectors?
I am keen to work with similar industries. I have also found looking at different industries gives me a new challenge. Then you're not building the same, and then you're also not building sort of competitively between the same sort of clients in one industry. But then I am more confident to sell, especially like with the other professional websites now. You're confident to go to other people in different markets in their professional and sell what you do because you've shown that you can produce something professionally and also creatively. So I suppose it's using both is good to market.
That's a great answer. How did you go about finding these customers? Would you send them an email with a report on their website, or would you call them up? Would you arrange a meeting and say, hey, look, I want to go through your site and sort of mention a few things? How does that process typically work for you?
Yes, I've realized you can find even just generally in your everyday when you look at websites, so I'd make a note. Then there's the email marketing. You can reach out to them and sometimes even visit their business and just see where their struggles are. Also keeping in mind not to break it down in front of them because you don't know who built the website in the beginning for them and give them a way in which you can help them and assist them. And yeah, I think face to face has been the best. If you can't get face to face, it's been easier to send out the marketing material and reach out to them that way.
Awesome. And do you have any other sort of marketing strategies that you could share beyond looking at problems on their website and word of mouth and referrals?
Okay, so yeah, for mobile apps, it's there's a lot of businesses around our area, particularly that seem to have jumped into building mobile apps and taking on mobile apps, and then those mobile apps have become stagnant or they don't tend to use them. So if you're visiting areas or like sometimes the schools, you feel that they could benefit from a mobile app. So it's nice to build them up something and then go and launch it to them and say, this is what I have as a demo, and this is how I feel it can help you. Currently, there's a coffee shop that's operating in hospitals, and I'm doing that sort of marketing research for them is to go in and find out how they can actually spread to their customers and finding the right person to speak to and showing them what you've done and how you believe you can solve some of their or what you perceive as shortfalls for them in a mobile app. And that's another strategy I like to use.
That's quite interesting. So you mentioned a couple of industries there that might be interested in having a mobile app. I guess people would probably understand why a coffee shop might want a mobile app for a loyalty program. I know many people have the Starbucks app or Costa app. Why do you think a school might benefit from having an app?
The benefit from a school, I think, for the privacy between the parent and the teachers, even the school. At the moment, a lot of the schools are using WhatsApp, so um, you don't have privacy with your own child in a school for picture sharing and communication. So for broad communication, it works fine. But then the poor teacher, I feel that they're sitting communicating to each and every individual parent as well. Whereas a mobile app, they could post things and there's separate access between parents and the teachers. Also, all the classroom notes can come through there, school activities, school updates, and notifications. So to get away from the WhatsApp, because I tend to think people sort of mute it and you see your messages coming through and anything important gets overlooked. All the notifications, calendars. So at least a mobile app, they have access to everything at once.
As a parent, I completely understand where you're coming from. The other thing I was thinking of, just off the top of my head, is that my son's a 6-year old, he's in primary school, and he's coming home with a book bag. I don't know if you have book bags in South Africa, but it's like the bag with the reading books, and it's the main form of communication between the school and parents. There's slips of paper that go in, endless pieces of paper that my son loses. And I was wondering if you think there might be interest from schools in reducing paper, like from an environmental perspective. Does that ever come up in meetings at all in South Africa?
Definitely reducing paper, sort of recycling has been is a big thing here, and it's growing more and more. I also just think the cost for schools to continuously provide each child with paper is sort of astronomical for them. And I do agree, losing those papers is crazy. You don't know if the parents have actually got the information they need. So just the value for the resources and information, I think is a good thing to have a mobile app.
Definitely. I will certainly, on a personal level, not miss all of the slips of paper. If my son's school ever manages to get a mobile app, or indeed just works out how to use email. Okay, so over the last probably 12 months, we've launched a couple of new resources to help our partners find customers. One of those resources was our marketing hub, a central location for our marketing materials. And we've actually revamped and added lots of marketing content around the time of launch. We also launched our sales center, a CRM system for our partners to use with email marketing built in, and also the ability to run quite in depth reports on businesses as well. I was curious as to whether or not you've used any of these resources within your business and whether or not they've made a difference.
Yes, I have had the opportunity to utilize the Marketing Hub, actually since its launch, and I must say it's been a fantastic tool and has greatly contributed to my company's marketing efforts. The Marketing Hub stands out as an exceptional platform that I am excited about. And one of the key selling points in the Marketing Hub is the user-friendly interface. It's designed with simplicity in mind, ensuring that even individuals get to make extensive marketing, so that they're able to use it extensively. They don't need any expertise and they can navigate around it and therefore use it effectively. Um, this user friendliness also actually empowers the users to carry out marketing tasks with confidence, regardless of the experience level.
Awesome. And can I ask, have you used the snapshot report at all when working with businesses?
Yes, I've used the snapshot report quite a few, to be honest. I found them extremely useful and actually used them for marketing as well.
And how would you use a snapshot report for marketing?
I used it in two ways. One was to sort of cold call on people and say, this is what your business is looking like on the search engines, and this is how we can improve it. This is what you need to do. This is a way going forward. The other option I did like I want to say like a sort of a mini talk to people in other industries, and I offered them a free snapshot report afterwards. So that way I would gain um, their details and use that and be able to send them snapshot reports and show them how they're looking with on the web as well.
That's quite interesting. I haven't heard of anyone doing that before. So would you stand up in like a conference or a networking event? And would you deliver a presentation? And then afterwards, is that where you'd ask if anyone wanted a report? And would you use it then to generate leads? Is that kind of how it worked? Could you run me through how you've used snapshot reports to generate leads for your business?
Sort of two ways I would do is cold calling on people. I'd be able to send them, I'd pull out their website information and send them the snapshot report and sort of try and talk to them about their digital sort of appearance on search engines and how we can improve it. And also, they didn't have to pay for any of that service. It was all free. So there was a few tweaks they could do to better this. The other way was more like a networking, go and talk to other businesses and then offer them a free snapshot report afterwards.
Can you tell me about a time when you've run a snapshot report for a customer? Think about a specific customer or specific business, and after going through the report that's ended up with you offering them a new service, this could be a current customer or a new customer. Talk to me about what the business did and what happened.
There was one particular customer. It turned out they had a very small marketing budget. The snapshot report gave us a good insight to where we could help them out for SEO. So we were able to update a lot of their SEO on their website. They also then did some marketing around um, on Facebook. They started up Instagram and they started putting their marketing on there. And so, with their small budget, we were able to increase the number of traffic to their website and ultimately help them grow in getting a bigger client base for themselves.
Awesome. I think that's a really interesting story. And someone that loves helping entrepreneurs, it's great to be able to help young fledgling businesses as well. Because I think sometimes when businesses have a small budget, that doesn't mean they're going to have a small budget forever. It just means that that's the stage that they're at. And, over time, further opportunities can open up. So I wanted to kind of move on and talk a little bit about the commercial side of the business. I wanted to find out how much you charge for these solutions, or alternatively, do you charge a different amount for these solutions depending on the business? I wasn't too sure.
So, during a trial phase, I had the opportunity to extensively explore the functionality of these solutions. And then, while I found them to offer excellent features and functionality, I also realized that not every aspect was applicable to the South African market. So, as a result, the uptake of these solutions within my customer base during the trial phase wasn't substantial enough for me to justify continuing with them. So, I currently continue to market these solutions. However, I'm not actively using them or selling them.
And could you give me any insight as to how you sell our mobile apps, websites, and core products? How does that work from a pricing perspective?
The way we market it is that because we're a small company, we need to be able to rely on easy business to potentially build some of our websites and mobile apps. So our sort of price structures based on your recommended prices for the apps, and then we can build on it from there, how we cost. Um, so that when we grow and if we've got too much workload at one stage, we can actually rely on easy business to help us build and develop our websites and mobile apps.
Okay, excellent. So you talked about starting off at our recommended pricing and then sort of going from there. What factors come into play that would lead to an app or a website being more expensive or less expensive than our recommended pricing?
We obviously trying to keep sort of a baseline being the same. We have, however, come across potential clients that may have a smaller budget to build a website or a mobile app. We also then offer um, to build it and later on recover some of the build costs on a monthly fee. They would prefer to pay a higher monthly fee and less of a sort of initial fee to do the build. So we do offer those solutions. There's other options we offer for instance, like the school, if they can market, give us free advertising and market what we do, then obviously we're able to sort of substantiate a lower sort of build cost and monthly fees for them, again in word of mouth, through a greater audience.
Awesome. So it sounds like you've thought about some strategies to work with organizations and businesses that have less of a budget. You know, schools have less of a budget, and young businesses, well, they've got less of a budget. And you've done it in such a way, thinking about it holistically, you're not commercially losing out necessarily. It's just that you're getting that value from somewhere else. It could be that you're charging a little bit more on a monthly basis, for example. Do you encounter businesses where you realize you'd need to do the inverse of that, where you think, oh, hang on a minute, this project needs to be priced up higher? Does that happen in South Africa at all?
We have had some projects that's caught us where the project grew from the initial sort of initial requirements. So you end up spending more time on a build, or you need to incorporate some other bigger sort of e-commerce stores. So then you are um, going out of your initial quote. So we've had to say to customers, if we're doing this, it might incorporate some extra charges, but also offering reviews and word of mouth is also of great value to us. So we're able to negotiate, please help us with word of mouth. Please help us by putting on our website details and what we do. Then we can also reduce those costs for them as well.
Awesome. So you're sort of thinking, well, okay, I could either charge the business a bit more if they've got more complex needs, or alternatively, I could get some referrals in from them that are also going to be good clients. And that's going to save you money from a marketing perspective and having to attend events. So I think that strategy makes a lot of sense. Could you give me any insight holistically as to how the business is going for you personally?
So our business has reached a stage where it's actually sort of financially self-sustaining, which was a significant milestone for us. I've also come to a point in my entrepreneurial journey where I've gained valuable experience and insights. And looking ahead, I'm genuinely excited about the prospects for the next 18 months, and I believe the business is positioned well for continued growth and success.
Awesome. Well, it's great to get that feedback. You talked about reaching a milestone of self-sufficiency. Do you have another milestone in mind, or are you happy with what you're doing and you're just looking for continued growth at this point?
Like to do more sort of training personally in the sort of coding side. I know you don't need coding, but there's I've sort of very keen on what I've seen on the coding side. So to grow personally, learn about this and sort of help the business with more creative designs, creative sort of input into the apps. Um, so sort of growth that way, I'm excited about. And then the next milestone would be we would like to push more apps and get more apps going selling because we've done a lot of websites. So next focus is getting the mobile apps to a greater market.
And definitely, I feel like it's a good product to start pushing a bit harder in South Africa, especially due to the dependency that people have on mobile devices. I'm mindful, Wendy, that I've kept you here in the interview for quite a while, but I've got just one more question for you. What advice would you give to someone who's considering joining the Easy Business Network?
So my advice, sort of my first and foremost piece of advice to anyone considering joining the Easy Business Network would be to recognize that you are in control of your own business journey. And while the business provides you with a wealth of tools, experience, and dedicated support staff, the success of your business ultimately rests on your commitment, dedication, and efforts. And building and growing a business still require hard work uh, and a mix of both sort of challenging moments of sort of happiness, joy, and stress. And the EBC business equips you with the resources, knowledge, and support that you need, but it's crucial to understand that you are the captain of your own ship. In terms of my personal approach, when I market my business, my goal isn't necessarily to grow it into a large corporation. Instead, I aim to maintain a balanced work-life situation and offer personal support and care to small businesses. Remote work has also been a key part of my vision, allowing me to connect with clients and manage business from anywhere. So my advice would be to embrace the empowerment that Easy Business offers, seize control of your business, this is destiny, and define your own path to success, whether it means maintaining a small and personalized operation or pursuing larger growth ambitions.
Wendy, thank you so much for your time today. It's been an absolute pleasure to speak with you. I think you've done really well in the interview, and I'm sure lots of people looking to join the Easy Business Network will benefit from your feedback. Thanks again, and we shall speak soon.
Thanks, Charles. See you later. Have a great day.